Last year I did a video of the songs I thought were the absolute worst that the year had to offer. Well, 2014 is coming to a close, and since it's been considered by many to be the absolute worst year for music ever, I decided I had to make another list. Last time I reviewed 12 songs, but I decided this year I would up the ante and review 14 instead. This year I decided to set a few ground rules for my choices. Firstly, they had to have peaked in the UK official Top 100 single chart or the US Billboard Hot 100. That basically eliminates any viral songs such as The Fox or Chinese food. But there haven't been many notable ones this year anyway, so I couldn't talk about them even if I wanted to. There will also be a top 10 best list, which will just be my favourite songs from the year, nearly all of which are rock songs that barely anyone have heard of. But anyway, here is the top 14 worst songs of 2014 in my opinion. Number 14. Blame by Calvin Harris featuring John Newman. In a year full of completely indistinguishable EDM songs, Blame is possibly one of the worst. Why? It's so incredibly uninteresting. Calvin Harris keeps making the same songs over and over again, and it's getting kinda stupid now. Admittedly, this is one of the better songs in his catalogue, but that isn't saying much at all. The song is about someone who cheated on their girl and they are apologising and saying that they were drunk and that it meant nothing. Around it is one riff that never changes and just repeats over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's about as repetitive as you can get. It's like Calvin Harris had one tiny riff, but he was told that he had to make it 3 minutes, and instead of writing something else to go along with it, he just copied and pasted the riff over and over again until he reached the 3-minute mark. Lyrically, it's incredibly bland. 3 people wrote the lyrics for this song. 3 fucking people. Every time we get a shitty song like this that was written by multiple people, I think everyone criticizing it will compare it to how only one person wrote Bohemian Rhapsody. So how the hell did it take 3 people to write this shit? But I'll say at least I remembered the song. I've heard about 1 billion different EDM songs and loads of Calvin Harris songs that got into the top 10 in the UK charts, and I cannot for the life of me remember what they were called or how they went. So I guess that's kind of good, but that doesn't change the fact that the song is still not very good whatsoever. Number 13. Happy by Pharrell Williams. I fucking hate this song. I hated it when I first heard it. I hated it when it wouldn't go away whatsoever. I hated it a little less when Weird Al parodied it, but then when I had to listen to it for this review, I hated it more than ever. The song is just so uninteresting. It's not fun, it's unbelievably repetitive, and it isn't pleasant to listen to. It's definitely not something that I would want to dance to, although there isn't much I would dance to anyway. The lyrics aren't interesting at all. It sounds like something that was written in under 2 minutes and just copied and pasted loads of times. The chorus just repeats over and over again, it never ends. The song is 4 minutes long and it feels like 4 hours long. Although there is a 24-hour long version, I honestly think though I'd rather stab myself in the ears with a rake than listen to that version. The song is incredibly irritating. I cannot for the life of me understand why everyone loved it so much. Technically this song was released in May 2013, but it didn't become massively popular until this year and is not only the highest grossing single of the year, but one of the highest grossing singles of all time, selling 12 million copies worldwide. Again, how? I've heard advert jingles that were less repetitive than this. I would rather listen to the Go Compare advert for 4 minutes straight than this shit. Hopefully next year this song will fade away and stop being played everywhere. Number 12. Money on My Mind and Stay With Me by Sam Smith. This year, one of the breakout stars was Sam Smith. He started to become kind of well known between 2012 and 2013, guest featuring on some other singles, but it wasn't until 2014 with his song Money on My Mind did he become really popular. I honestly don't dislike Sam Smith. I think he's a very talented singer, but God, did I hate this song. There are a couple of songs on this list with good premises and that could be decent songs, but it's the lyrics that really ruin them. Money on My Mind is no exception. The song is about how Sam Smith won't crack under the record label's request for him to write music and that he will only do it when he wants to because he only cares about making good music and not money. The problem is that the lyrics are so forced and pretentious. The hook is just so lazy. The lyrics don't fit the chorus at all and that squealy way he says money on my mind makes my ears hurt every time I hear it. The bridge is literally just a repeat of him saying money on my mind loads of times. It's like the previous two songs, incredibly repetitive. The problem with this song lies only in its lyrics and the really annoying squeal of a delivery in the chorus. The rest of the song is really good, the song's well produced and Sam Smith's vocals for the most part are really good. It's just the lyrics are incredibly lazy. And finally, Stay With Me. I actually really like this song, but there are some big problems. The lyrics once again aren't great. They are a huge improvement over Money on My Mind, but they're far from perfect. So why is this song on the list if I like it? Well, the melody of the chorus is an absolute complete rip-off of Tom Petty's song I Won't Back Down.
Stay with me, 'cause you're all I need.
I mean, it's so shameless, it's quite silly. Although I also think that melody is very similar to Got My Mind Set On You by James Ray. It may be a coincidence that Stay With Me sounds so much like I Won't Back Down, but it would be an almost unbelievable coincidence if it was. Number 11. Shake It Off by Taylor Swift. God, this song won't go away. It's another song about haters. Why do people still like listening to these songs? I mean, they just get worse and worse. Okay, technically not even the worst of hater songs have been able to be as bad as the absolute worst, Whip My Hair by Willow Smith, but they're still shit. Shake It Off may not be the worst ever, but it's probably the worst this year, or at least the worst this year that became popular. For a song like this, I really have to analyze the lyrics because they are just absolutely atrocious. So let's start with the first two lines of the song.
I say I'm too late.
It's a song directed towards her parents. I mean, why would anyone care that she stays out too late? She sounds like a stroppy teenager. She also addresses the whole dating controversy that she dumps loads of guys and then writes songs about them. The chorus, okay, I like the chorus. It's catchy, fun, and not terrible. Of course, the fact it's about haters makes it even worse. She has decided to ignore the haters by making a song about them. And this isn't even the first time she's done a song like this. In 2011, she did a song called Mean, which was literally all about her knocking off all the haters, and even more recently, her newest single, Blank Space, parodies the media's view of her. Yeah, I don't think that's ignoring the haters at all. If you wanted to ignore them and tell them that what they're saying isn't affecting you at all, you know, don't write a fucking song about them 3 different times. The second verse is one of the most self-indulgent verses I've ever heard in music history. She starts singing about what the critics are ignoring about her good qualities. You can't write a song about how amazing you are. That just ends up coming off incredibly cocky. If you wanted to be any cockier, you would have gone the Fall Out Boy route and given it an ultra long name like I got loads of haters so I decided to write a song about how I shake them off. She also says that this song has a sick beat in the song. Good job, Taylor, that will make people like your music. Just flat out tell them that they should like it. The absolute worst part of the song is the rap part. People who haven't heard the song are probably thinking, oh, which rapper does she get to feature on the song? No rapper, just Taylor Swift. Also, this rap sounds incredibly close to the opening of My First Kiss by 3OH!3.
My ex-man brought his new girlfriend.
My first kiss went a little like this.
The rap makes me wish I wasn't alive. It's so cringefully bad. It makes me hate music. The rest of the song is just the chorus repeated a few times, so at least that doesn't completely suck. The lyrics are atrocious, but hey, the melodies are catchy, the production work is fantastic, and the chorus is really good. In fact, those three things are the only thing that kept this song from being higher on the list. But it's just still not a good song. Number 10. Sing by Ed Sheeran. Oh, Ed Sheeran. If you'd have told me 3 years ago that there would be an Ed Sheeran song that I hated, I wouldn't have believed you. I'm not a huge fan of Ed Sheeran, but I really do like some of his earlier songs such as the A-Team, Small Bump and Lego House. There is no easy way of putting this, but he really did sell out with his newest album. I hate having to say that someone sold out. I feel like I'm one of the pretty annoying YouTube commenters who are never satisfied with anything. But Ed Sheeran really did sell out. Honestly, I think he deserved it. He's worked incredibly hard over his career, so now the hard parts are out the way for him. I don't really care if he just takes it easy for the rest of his life. But seriously, I don't think he should have abandoned all of his soul just to make money and be well known. His first album, Plus, was a soul-filled folk album with elements of hip-hop added in as well. His follow-up album is just a pop album with a couple of soul songs in there as well. Sing is, in my opinion, the worst song of his career so far. His new album isn't even completely bad. The song Thinking Out Loud, which has gotten really big recently, has actually grown on me and I really like it. But Sing is just so uninteresting that I cannot take it seriously. Lyrically, it's an incredibly typical pop song. It's a song about wanting to fuck someone. It's not the most complicated song he's ever written. On his previous album, he was writing songs about prostitutes, about miscarriages, and trying to fix a broken relationship. Really emotion-filled stuff, so I can't help but feel disappointed when he just becomes like everyone else singing about sex and women. I have the same problem with Marilyn Manson, who went from creating very angsty songs about the government and the state of white trash America to writing songs about how much he wants to fuck someone or even how amazing he is. Also, the melody is really uninteresting. It's just the same thing repeated over and over again. It gets really repetitive fast, like most of the songs on this list. And it's made even worse by the fact that the chorus is repeated on TV in every fucking advert around. There are some good things about the song though. It's incredibly well produced and is even co-produced by Pharrell Williams. Also, the second verse, which is basically just a rap, is really good. But I just don't like the song. It's as simple as that. Number 9. Rude by Magic. holy shit, why won't this song die? Its never-ending popularity completely boggles me. It's a reggae fusion song with incredibly jumbled lyrics that make no sense, a singer who is incredibly whiny and annoying, and just nothing about the song works. The song is about a man who wants to propose to his girlfriend, but before doing so he needs the girlfriend's father's permission. I'm sorry, I didn't know we were living in 1805 still. The girlfriend's father says he can't marry his daughter. The man then whines about how much of a dick the father is, and he constantly keeps trying to get his approval and then just says, fuck it, I'm marrying her anyway. The song just doesn't work whatsoever. No one asks for the father's permission anymore when they're gonna propose to their girlfriend. Is this girl from some incredibly sheltered family where she can't shit without her father's permission? Also, the father isn't just saying no to this guy because he's a dick. There has to be a legitimate reason why he doesn't want him marrying his daughter. In the first chorus, the lead singer says he's gonna marry her anyway, and then he sings another verse where he asks him again, and then the chorus repeats, then he asks the father once again. I mean, come on, you sound like a child. It's like you're saying, can I marry her?
No.
Can I marry her now?
No.
What about now?
Tough luck, my friend, but no still means no.
The song annoys the fuck out of me. I like the melody in the chorus, but I hate the lyrics and the lead singer's voice. It just ruins the whole song for me. Also, the guitar solo sounds like a dying cat. Hopefully this song will eventually die and people will stop talking about it, like what happened with nearly all the songs that were on last year's worst list. Number 8. Fancy by Iggy Azalea. 6 fucking writers worked on this song. 6! I won't bring up the Bohemian Rhapsody comparison, but I'll do something very, very similar. One writer wrote the song like a Rolling Stone, the song that was number 1 on Rolling Stone's magazine's top 500 best songs of all time. Fancy is just not a good rap song. Lyrically, it's no better than any other rap song from this year. The thing I've never really liked about rap songs is how a lot of rap songs are just songs about how good the performer is. Not many other genres of music will do this. Pop music is all about relationships. Punk is either about relationships or angst against the government, parents, and other things. Metal is about anger and hatred sometimes. And country is either about bad relationships or more recently drinking beer and getting laid. Rap is the most self-indulgent genre around. Every rapper has to talk about how rich they are or how much pussy they're getting. Female rappers seem to always talk about how sexy they are or how bad they are. Bad bitch seems to be a term used in a lot of the hip-hop music that the youngsters listen to these days. A lot of the lyrics in Fancy are incredibly nonsensical.
I can hold you down like I'm giving lessons in physics. Right.
What does that even mean?
Get my money on time if they got money decline.
That is just poor grammar. There is a lot of talk about getting rid of haters as well. I'm sure after my opinions on Shake It Off, you know how I feel about hater songs already. Also, why does Iggy Azalea insist of rapping with such a fake ghetto accent? She isn't from the ghetto, she's Australian. She sounds like someone attempting a Nicki Minaj impression and just going with whatever came out. The chorus and bridge is sung by Charlie XCX, who you may remember from last year's I Love It and her song Boom Clap from the Fault in Our Stars soundtrack. Her part is probably the best part of the song and the only actually catchy part in it at all. I don't have much else to say about the song, except why? Number 7. All About That Bass by Meghan Trainor. Here is a song that just completely split people. People either love this song or hate it. In fact, a lot of people have switched between the two sides, since despite the fact this was a critically acclaimed song when it was first released, it has ended up on countless worst of the year lists. And I hate it. I've hated it since it was released. I've hated myself for listening to it, and I've hated people for listening to it in the same room as me. And me putting this song on the list means that I've put all but one of the songs nominated for the Record of the Year award at next year's Grammys. This means that the Grammys are a load of shit.
Wow, an award statue! Oh, it's a Grammy.
This song is all about arses. It's one of the many songs about arses this year, and is not the only one that's gonna be on this list. It seems everyone went nuts over butts this year, and this is the absolute worst of them all. The song is sung from the perspective of a chubby girl, basically. She isn't skinny, let's just say that. She is sick of what everyone thinks that women should look like and is fighting against it and saying that the real men like a bit of junk in the trunk and fat in the twat. In fact, she's so annoyed at this, she starts verbally abusing skinny women. How lovely. I have so many problems with this song. The song is done in a doo-wop bubblegum pop style, and it's one of the worst throwback songs I've ever heard. It's literally about 20 years too late. Everyone loves the 80s at the moment. The 60s were out years ago. But yet this song is incredibly popular somehow, so I guess that my line of Beach Boys influenced songs will become incredibly popular. P.S. that was a really bad joke that didn't work. I don't actually have any Beach Boys influenced songs. Meghan Trainor sings with a very upfront gangster voice, but it just doesn't work. It just gets really annoying. Also, at one part of the song, she just throws in a random sexy back reference.
I'm bringing booty back.
The biggest problem I have with this song is that Meghan Trainor has a really good voice when she isn't singing in her confrontational gangster voice. She is talented and she's wasting her talent with this. She doesn't have to make a song about her size to be taken seriously as a female singer. Adele pretty much wiped all of that away, but apparently that doesn't matter. The song is supposed to be a song to tell fat girls that they can look however they want, while also pointing a middle finger to skinny girls. Also, the song gives a terrible message to girls. The song is all about the size you have to be for men to like you. Surely if you wanted to make a real song about being fat, you wouldn't make it all about appealing to the opposite gender. Surely it doesn't matter. The message of this song should be, it doesn't matter how much you weigh and that anyone that judges you doesn't deserve to have you because you're special. Not go eat a Big Mac because those men love the fat and hate the bones. The song just doesn't work. I really like what it tried to say, but as soon as she said "cause I got that boom boom that all the boys chase," she completely lost me. And also, what the fuck does all about that bass mean? Obviously bass is arse, but with a B added on, plus bass is low and people's arses are low, but no treble? Does that mean she has a huge arse and then just massively shrinks in on her chest? This song is about being comfortable with fat, not with having a huge arse. It just doesn't work in the slightest.